Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to Finance Tube. Today's topic of discussion is how to negotiate or bargain with a bank. What? You can't bargain with a bank. Bank is sacrosanct. Whatever they say, you have to accept it. Do you really think so? Well, let me tell you the truth. In life, everything is negotiable. If you don't believe me, there's a classic book written by Cohen. You can negotiate anything. It's a 100-page book. You can read. It will really enhance your negotiation skills. But coming back to our topic of today, how to negotiate with a bank. So, first of all, when you apply for a bank loan, most of you are very smart by now because you've been watching so many Finance Tube videos. You know that you can always go and say, hey, your interest rate is too high and please bring down the interest rate. Now that's, most of us know that and we do it. However, it's not just the interest rate. A banker is usually very happy to reduce the interest rate and increase something else somewhere which you don't know. Oh really? Don't believe me? Please go back to your sanction letter and see for yourself. Now, what are those other hidden agendas of a bank which they put in the sanction letter in very, very fine prints which we don't read and end up paying much more? So, in specific, we'll talk about 4 things today. Point number 1, the banking limit itself. Point number 2, the interest rate. Point number 3, the security cover. And point number 4, bank charges. So these 4 points will make you understand how you can negotiate a better package deal from a bank rather than just haggling on the interest rates. So let's look at them one by one. Interest rate, of course, you know, so I'll not dwell too much in detail. Let's go to the next point. We'll talk about the banking limit itself. So depending upon your credit rating, that is the CIBIL rating, which we covered in the earlier video, you can get banking limits. So bank, if you are applying for a business loan or even for a personal loan, bank will look at 2 things. One is your ability and willingness to pay back the loan, and 2 is how much of security backing are you willing to offer when you take a loan. Let's go to point number 3. Point number 3 naturally is security cover. Now, some banks will take the registered value of your property and they will say, okay, we'll fund you the 80% of registered value. But we go and say, hey, but my registered value is so less because I purchased my property years ago and today it has appreciated to such a large extent. So you need to really check with your banker that is he taking the rack rates or the reckoner rates or the registered rates as we call it, or is he going to consider the present market value and give a lower percentage weightage to the present market value and take it. Most of the times the second option appears to be more beneficial from our perspective rather than from a banker's perspective. So you need to negotiate this, ask them to take the market value of your property and fund it to the tune of 70% or whatever. And combining security cover and banking limits, you have to understand that if bank says that, hey, I need 200 rupees property for giving you a loan of 100 rupees, you have to negotiate there. You will say that, hey, my security cover is very good and as against that, I need much more loan. So that's the third point. And fourth and the most important point is bank charges. Now bank will debit you charges every month under one pretext or the other. SMS sending charge, LC opening charge, a bank guarantee charge, processing fee charge, management fee charge, penalty interest charge, a lot of charges. In one case, it had so happened that one particular customer had a limit of 25 crores and he utilized 27 crores because his business was growing and he utilized 2 crores extra only for 2 months. His sanction letter said that on the overutilized amount, bank will charge a penal interest of 2%. And When the customer saw the bank statement, he was shocked to see that he was charged 2% penal interest on the entire 27 crores. So bank charges is another grey area which you can really negotiate with the bank right at the sanction stage itself. We all know that people from non-finance background struggle to manage their finances. They hit the reality when they get their first paycheck, and from then on they are all by themselves to manage their money on their own for lifetime. It's like asking you to fly a plane without any formal training. It's very risky. So our endeavor through our books, our videos and all other mediums is to educate you financially so that you don't outsource managing your own finances to somebody else and suffer because of inefficiencies of other people. One of the best sellers and the fourth position on the bestseller list, Finance for Non-Finance. How to negotiate with a bank? What's your CIBIL score? What is financial planning? How soon will you become rich? To know all this and much more, subscribe to our channel, Finance Tube. What's going on? Why are these newspapers all day talking about GST, GST, GST? All the news channels, all reporters, they are all hell-bent on GST. What is GST?